Every time Wuthering Waves release a new character, the same things happen. Insane damage. Must pull. Meta changed. And that's exactly how all your Astrites disappear. Hot take, you don't need every broken character, you just need a plan. So let's talk about it. Let's make the banners easy to understand and figure out how you should plan your pulls.
The real problem is not the game, it's that people spend under pressure with no real plan and no clear idea of what anything is worth. So let's go through the currencies, what they're worth and what you should actually do with them. Let's start with Astrites. You should treat Astrites as your real-life savings in this game. This is the resource you want to stack so you can cover not just the banner in front of you, but the one that comes after that as well. So don't spend them the moment you get them. You can use Astrites for different things in the game, but for most players, there are really only two uses worth thinking about. The limited character pulls, and later the weapon pulls. But for most people, the number one priority should be the limited character pulls. But even then, I would not convert them to pulls instantly. Because if the pulls are already sitting there, it becomes much easier to spend them because they are available than if you see them as Asterites. So the best way you do it is that you keep them as Asterites and you use them when you have decided on what to spend them on. So this is how I personally would use my Asterites and how I think pulls should be prioritized. I keep my Astrites as Astrites until I know exactly what limited character I want. That's when I convert them into pulls and go for the character. And once I get the character, then I make the second decision. Do I want a weapon too, or is there a really good standard weapon I can use instead? That part is up to you, but before you pull on the weapon banner, check if it's really worth it, or if a strong standard weapon can do the job instead. That way, you can save your premium currencies and you can use the free standard pulls there over time instead. Quick note, the standard banners are targetable and there's no 50-50. But standard pulls are really nice to save, because you can use them on a strong standard weapon instead of spending Astrites on a limited weapon banner. So after this, you might be wondering what character you should get. But the question is actually, what character do you want the most and what kind of experience do you want from the game? If you mainly care about exploration, story and just enjoying the game, then you should go for the character you resonate with the most. If you care about the endgame the most, then it might make sense to look at the meta and team value the characters have and how they fit into the team you want to build. If you have decided on the character you really want, and they're not available right now, or the banner's about to end and you don't have enough Astrites, don't panic, the characters do come back. Before they do, there might be a new character you end up liking even more. So instead of pulling under pressure, look forward, save up and be ready for the character you really want. Personally, I'm most happy if I can guarantee the next character that I'm looking for. For me, that means having more than 25k Astrites. After that point, I feel much more comfortable because I know I have enough saved to go for the next character without panicking.
Before we go any further, here's the simple version of where most of your Astrites usually come from. Number 1 is events and patch rewards. Number 2, stories and quests. Number 3, exploration. Number 4, daily activities. And after that, there's always one-time extra things like databank levels, achievements, and maintenance rewards. So if you're newer to the game, these are the parts to pay attention to if you want to get more characters. Common mistakes people make in Wuthering Waves. Comment if you did any of these. I'm building pity, it's just a 10 pull, what could happen, and then gets the character. Pulling on the wrong banner in panic, and getting the character there too. I actually did this one. Pulling for the 4-star, getting the 5-star 2 times in a row. Spending the moment you hit 160 Astrites, you just can't help yourself. Spending even though you told yourself you should be saving. Pulling because of the hype trade, you don't even know what the character do. Honestly guys, I've made several of these mistakes too. It's not the end of the world, some of them are kind of funny in hindsight, but if you can avoid them, you will keep your Astrites a lot further. If you want an easier way to do it, this is how I do it. I save until I have enough Astrites to guarantee the next character I really want. Ideally, I have enough to the next character after that too. When the character is available, hopefully I get them early and I'm left with a big bonus. After that, I make the decision, do I want the weapon or not? If the standard weapon is good enough, I might just grab that instead. The mindset helps with a lot of stress because now you're not trying to get every character, and honestly, if you skip a character, it usually stops feeling like a big deal much faster than you think. So it's okay to skip some of them. One last practical note before we end. I do not want to make this more complicated than it needs to be, so just remember the important parts. One pull is 160 Astrites. At 80 pulls, you're guaranteed a 5-star. You can lose the 5-star to a standard character on the limited banner. If you lose the 5-star, your next 5-star is guaranteed to be the one you want. And yes, you can still get them earlier than 80 pulls if you get lucky. But when I save, this is what I think about. Not just, can I pull right now, but do I actually have enough if things go badly? That's why I would rather save a bit longer than spend under pressure and get stuck halfway. And here we are. You made it to the end of the video and you're ready to pull for the character you want. With a real plan, not because of the hype, because you know what you want. So don't stress if you skip a banner. There's always a new chance later. There's always going to be more characters around the corner. So take your time, save smart, and pull for what you want. See you in the next video.